Have you ever walked into a supermarket to buy just one thing, only to leave with a shopping cart full of items you never planned to purchase? Maybe you only needed milk, but somehow you also bought chocolate, chips, a soft drink, and a new brand of shampoo. It feels like you made those choices yourself, but what if I told you that, in many cases, someone had already predicted your decisions long before you entered the store? Every single day, from the moment you wake up until the moment you fall asleep, thousands of companies compete for one thing. Surprisingly, it isn't your money. It isn't even your attention. What they truly want is your mind, because once they understand how your brain works, they don't need to convince you to buy anything. Instead, they quietly design the world around you so that spending money feels completely natural. The most fascinating part is that most people never realize it's happening. Today, we're uncovering the hidden psychological techniques used by some of the world's biggest companies. These aren't conspiracy theories or secret government experiments. They're real principles from psychology and behavioral science that have been studied for decades and are now worth billions of dollars. By the end of this video, you'll never walk into a supermarket, browse an online store, or scroll through social media in quite the same way again. Let's begin with something almost everyone experiences every week: grocery shopping. Imagine you've just finished work. You're tired, maybe a little hungry, and you stop by the supermarket to grab a few essentials. You pick up a shopping cart and begin walking through the aisles. Everything looks ordinary. Fresh fruit is neatly arranged near the entrance. Bright lights make the products look fresh and inviting. Soft music plays quietly in the background. It all feels completely normal. But almost nothing inside that store is there by accident. For decades, supermarkets have spent millions of dollars studying one simple question: how do customers behave? Through countless experiments, researchers discovered something incredibly valuable. The longer customers stay inside the store, the more money they spend. That single discovery changed supermarket design forever. Think about where the products you actually need are located. Essentials like milk, eggs, bread, and butter are rarely placed near the entrance. Instead, they're usually found at the very back of the store. This isn't because employees enjoy making your shopping trip longer. It's because every extra step forces you to walk past hundreds of other products. Every aisle becomes another opportunity for something to catch your eye, even if only one product out of 50 grabs your attention. The store has already increased the chances that you'll spend more than you originally planned. Then comes another clever trick that almost everyone overlooks. Have you ever noticed why chocolate bars, chewing gum, soft drinks, and small snacks are always displayed right next to the checkout counter? There's a fascinating psychological reason behind it, called decision fatigue. Throughout your shopping trip, your brain is constantly making decisions. Which cereal offers the best value? Should you buy the cheaper brand or the premium one? Which vegetables look fresher? Every choice consumes a small amount of mental energy. By the time you finally reach the checkout line, your brain is tired. And when people become mentally exhausted, they find it much harder to resist temptation. Suddenly, spending $2 on a chocolate bar doesn't feel like a decision at all. It feels harmless. Across millions of customers every single day, those tiny impulse purchases generate billions of dollars in extra revenue. But as impressive as supermarkets are, they aren't the greatest masters of psychology anymore. That title now belongs to the companies inside your smartphone. Think about the last time you opened Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Facebook. Maybe you only wanted to check one notification. 5 minutes later, you were still scrolling. Before you realized it, an hour had disappeared. Have you ever wondered why that happens? The answer lies in a tiny chemical inside your brain called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the chemical that creates happiness, but scientists now know that's only part of the story. Dopamine is actually the chemical of anticipation. It spikes when your brain believes that something exciting might happen next. Notice that word carefully. Might, not will. Might. That small difference changes everything. Every time you refresh your feed, your brain has no idea what it's about to see. It could be a hilarious video, breaking news, an inspiring story, or something completely boring. That uncertainty is exactly what keeps you scrolling. Psychologists call this a variable reward system, and it's the same principle that makes slot machines in casinos so addictive. You don't keep pulling the lever because every spin wins. You keep playing because the next one might. Social media platforms have taken that same psychological principle and transformed it into one of the most profitable business models in history. Every swipe is another chance. Every notification is another possibility. Every recommended video is another opportunity for your brain to receive a small burst of dopamine. The truly remarkable part is that modern artificial intelligence has made these systems even more powerful. Algorithms no longer recommend content simply because it's popular. They study you. They learn how long you watch certain videos, which thumbnails make you stop scrolling, what makes you laugh, what makes you angry, and even which colors catch your attention first. Every click teaches the algorithm something new about your behavior, until eventually it becomes surprisingly good at predicting what you'll do next. And while that might sound impressive, it's also a little unsettling. Because if a computer understands your habits better than you do, who's really making the decisions? That's where the story becomes even more fascinating, because the next psychological strategy isn't about keeping your attention. It's about convincing people to spend thousands of dollars on products that often cost only a fraction of their selling price. And once you understand how luxury brands use psychology to create desire, you'll never look at expensive products the same way again. Luxury brands have understood one important truth about human psychology for centuries. People don't always buy products because of what they do. More often, they buy them because of what they represent. Imagine two watches that tell the exact same time. One costs $50, while the other costs $50,000. From a practical perspective, they perform the same function. Yet millions of people dream of owning the more expensive one. Why? The answer lies in something psychologists call perceived value. Our brains naturally associate higher prices with higher quality, greater status, and greater exclusivity. Luxury companies know this, which is why they almost never compete by lowering prices. In fact, many of them do the exact opposite. They increase prices to make their products appear even more desirable. When something is difficult to obtain, our brains automatically assume it must be valuable. This idea becomes even more powerful when combined with another psychological principle known as scarcity. Think about how often you've seen phrases like, "only 3 items left," "limited edition," or "offer ends tonight." These messages create a feeling that if you don't act immediately, you'll lose an opportunity forever. Behavioral economists have found that people fear losing something far more than they enjoy gaining something of equal value. This is called loss aversion, and companies use it everywhere. Whether it's online shopping, airline tickets, hotel bookings, or flash sales, creating urgency encourages people to make emotional decisions before logic has time to catch up. Now let's look at one of the most fascinating psychological tricks ever discovered: the anchoring effect. Imagine you walk into a clothing store and see a jacket priced at $1,000. Immediately, your brain registers that number as a reference point. A few minutes later, you find another jacket for $300. Suddenly, it feels like an incredible bargain, even if $300 is still far more than you intended to spend. The first price changed your perception of the second. Retailers understand this perfectly. That's why expensive products are often placed near more affordable ones. The expensive option isn't always there to be sold. Sometimes it's there simply to make everything else seem cheaper. Restaurants use the same strategy. Have you ever noticed an outrageously expensive item sitting at the top of the menu? It's often called the decoy effect. The restaurant doesn't necessarily expect many people to order it. Instead, its purpose is to make the second most expensive meal appear far more reasonable. Without realizing it, your brain compares prices relative to each other rather than asking the most important question: do I actually need this?
Technology companies have mastered another psychological principle called the IKEA effect. Researchers discovered that people place a surprisingly high value on things they help create themselves. IKEA furniture is famous because customers build it with their own hands. Even though assembling furniture can be frustrating, people often end up loving the final product more simply because they invested effort into it. The same principle appears in video games, social media profiles, custom sneakers, and smartphone personalization. The more time and effort you invest in something, the harder it becomes to walk away. Perhaps the most powerful psychological strategy of all is identity marketing. Companies no longer sell products, they sell identities. Apple doesn't simply sell smartphones. Nike doesn't simply sell shoes. Tesla doesn't simply sell electric cars. Instead, they sell the feeling of being innovative, creative, successful, environmentally conscious, or part of an exclusive community. When people begin connecting products to their personal identity, price becomes much less important. Buying the product starts to feel like expressing who they are, rather than making a financial decision. This explains why some people wait overnight to buy the newest smartphone, even when last year's model works perfectly. It explains why collectors pay enormous amounts of money for limited edition sneakers they'll never wear. It explains why luxury handbags can cost more than a family car. At that point, the purchase is no longer about function. It's about emotion, belonging, and self-image. The remarkable thing is that none of these psychological principles are inherently good or bad. They're simply tools. Businesses use them to increase sales, but understanding them gives you something incredibly valuable: awareness. Once you recognize these patterns, you begin noticing them everywhere. You'll see how websites guide your attention, how advertisements influence your emotions, how apps compete for your time, and how stores shape your decisions long before you realize they're happening. The next time you find yourself making an unexpected purchase or spending far longer on your phone than you intended, pause for a moment and ask yourself one simple question: is this really my decision, or did someone carefully design this experience to make me feel this way? That single question won't stop companies from using psychology, but it might stop psychology from quietly controlling you. The world's biggest companies have spent decades learning how the human mind works because they know one simple truth: understanding human behavior is often more profitable than building a better product. And perhaps the greatest competitive advantage in today's world isn't having more money, better technology, or even higher intelligence. It's simply understanding how your own mind works before someone else uses it against you.